to the options. Daddy, can we get the tiny one?
We're on day 61 of the prep. We're less than like 40 days out for the meet. So yeah, I mean, we're coming right up to it. We're nearing the end of prep. Everything we're doing right now is going to directly, indirectly affect what we do on the platform. And what I mostly mean by that is if I were to do anything 10 pounds more, it probably will not impact what I do on the platform. But it absolutely will if I overshoot my training or if I undershoot my training as well. So we need to stay in that little sweet spot, stay in the pocket. So today we're going to do close grip. We're going to do some triples on close grip, and then we got to do some pause squats and some accessory crap, whatever. Things we normally do, which honestly is the stuff that really builds, builds us up and builds our lifts. So let's do some close grip real quick. Let's get warmed up. Let's do all of our stuff, and then let's see what we can kind of do. We got triples today for close grip, and then I think we got triples as well for pause squats. So pause squats is, All right. Anyways, let's do it. Before I show the top set, welcome to my channel. My name is John Mahaffey. I've been powerlifting for 5 years now. I'm kind of an amateur powerlifter, coach, enthusiast, whatever you want to call it. So basically, if you're new to the channel, my main thing here is normal training. And to me, normal training looks different than yours, and I think that's kind of what makes it normal. So I like to push a lot of stuff here of like just what normal training looks like, and that could mean normal equipment. You know, I work out in my garage gym. I'm married. I have a full-time job. I have kids, so my schedule changes. Things change. I do all my own programming, which updates, you know, week to week sometimes. So a lot of that to me showcases like just what normal really is, and that a lot of the times for a lot of people is a lot of change. It's a lot of things updating and changing, things looking different week to week, day to day, month to month, whatever. I really want to show that in this channel and be more transparent when it comes to this stuff, because I really wish more lifters that were advanced lifters, you know, more like professional lifters, power lifters, whatever it is, I wish they were more transparent with how their day-to-day really affected their training and life. And sometimes it's hard to put in perspective when you are trying to juggle a wife and kids and a full-time job and powerlifting and, you know, all that stuff. So I really want to show this in this channel. I really wanted to be transparent when it came to my programming, my changes in programming, my training in general, my day-to-day kind of stuff, and how it can really impact me or not impact me. So if you like this stuff, subscribe to my channel, helps me out a ton. Liking the video helps me out a ton. I really want to grow the channel just to showcase more of what normal day-to-day training really can be like for, I think, 99% of lifters. My day may look different than yours, but at the end of the day, I think the fact that there's something different for you than what is for me is what makes it normal. And I want to be very transparent with what makes my day normal. So let's get back to the workout and let's see what we can do in this top set.
It's always kind of been like this, but this prep has really shown, like, at least to me, bench is probably my most predictable, consistent, even like confident lift that I have by far. I mean, granted, I got short arms. It just makes it a lot easier for me to bench for sure. But like it has become like my most, like, I know what I'm gonna get out of bench. I know what jumps I can make. RP wise. Uh it's almost like I know how much I can add week to week. I know how much I can add day to day. I know how much I'm going to be able to jump on my back offs, how many back offs I can do, what my rep ranges should be, all that stuff. Um, so it has to like become like my most confident lift. You know, is it like my best lift, like strength wise? Like I don't know. Well, maybe actually. Like we can look at it however we want. At this point, I'm benching 1.5 times body weight, and that's pretty good, I think, for a bench. Personally, I think that's a pretty good metric to be hitting. Obviously, I'm squatting well over 2 times body weight, deadlifting over 2 times body weight. But I think for bench, like obviously that's a harder marker to hit. Hopefully, I'm not squatting and deadlifting 2 times body weight and benching 2 times body weight. That'd be a pretty big, difference between my lower lifts and my upper lift. So, but definitely bench is like the most consistent that I have. And honestly, all it does is it breeds like a lot of confidence. Like I feel like knowing what I can hit, even if I know like the ceiling's here, I still feel like that gives me a good amount of confidence. It gives me confidence to go into the meet, to hit what I need to hit, to do what I need to do. Because honestly, like knowing what I can hit, even on a good day or a bad day, not having like the surprise aspect of it, I think personally, like that's what like breeds confidence. You know, knowing that, knowing the predictability of the lift makes me confident in the fact of, I feel good this day, so I can push it, and I know what I can push it to. I'm not feeling so hot this day. I'm probably going to take a dip here, or even like when it comes to like attempt selection and stuff, as we get closer and closer to this meet, next block's gonna be a lot of singles. Um, I'm gonna take a lot of like attempts at stuff. So what I'll do is like work up and I'll like treat my top set as if it was like my third attempt. So I'll end up taking like two very smaller or two very easier singles before that, and just try to like mentally get myself to like this is first, this is second, this is third attempt, whatever. But through that and through like years of doing stuff like that, I've realized that, what I can get out of my lift, especially on bench. The other two, that's where I don't have the same level of confidence in those, because sometimes, my deadlift on days where I feel good, it doesn't perform, and on days I feel bad, I do all right. And squat can sometimes be unpredictable in the aspect of like sometimes my squat will make a gigantic jump, and that's hard to gauge. And not to say that that doesn't give me some type of confidence, because it's a lift that I'm doing very well in. But it takes a level of predictability away to not have the confidence going into me, because there is an aspect of like, okay, well, what if I have a bad day today? Like, how much of a bad day am I going to have at the meet? How much of a bad day will my squat have because of this now? Sometimes I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be, what it's going to look like, whatever. But with bench, I have such a big confidence around my bench, because I know, given this or that or whatever. And, sometimes too, being beat up in squat and deadlift really just like things take a hit. If my lower back's tight, I got like a tweak in my glute or my ham or my quad or something. Like I feel like those lifts take like a real big hit to that stuff. Being fatigued coming into deadlift really takes a hit. Bench, I mean, I can come in pretty beat up on bench. I can have, really beat up elbows, shoulders, upper back, pecs, like all that stuff. I can come in sore. I can come in tired. I can come in, with too much fatigue from bench in general and still perform very well in bench. And I think that's what gives me confidence because I know what I can hit. So like I know like that's almost like a lift I don't have to worry about. That's more like no, yeah, that's gonna be there. Let's worry about this stuff. And that to me, that's confidence right there. Like that is that's a confident lift. When you can walk into the meet, or you can walk into any training day, and it's almost like that's like a secondary thought, and it's not even that I worry about it. And it's not that I'm not excited. It's not that I'm not pumped for it. It's not that I'm not doing well or that I don't care. But there is a part where I'm like, okay, today I got close grip bench and pause squats. We're gonna hit exactly what we need to hit on a close grip. Whatever we prescribed, I know I'll end up hitting. Whatever I laid out, I know I will. Squat, we'll see. Let's get warmed up first. Let's see what we're at. Let's see what we're doing. Let's see how we're moving around and stuff, and see how my hips are feeling and knees, and am I still sore from the last squat session, all that type of stuff. To me, it's not unconfident, but it's definitely the confidence is a lot different when it's like when it is well, I prescribed 265 today for a triple. We're gonna hit 265 for a triple, and we did. We put 265 on, on paper, and we hit 265, and the RP was exactly what we wanted it to be, and that was kind of that. All right, just finished up doing some pause squats. Just did 3 sets of it. Again, you guys have heard me say it 1,000 times, but my top sets and back offs for my secondary, especially on squat, are going to be the same week in and week out. It's really hard for me to double progress 2 different movements on squat, so I don't even try anymore. There's no point. I think the stimulus is adequate. As I get more fatigued through the week, then the same load on the secondary does it for me. So you're going to see pretty much the same weight every single time. And a lot of times with these accessories too, right? Right now we're doing this like easy curl, like tricep, like throw, roll back, west side thing. You know, I like these a lot because they overload my triceps almost immediately. But a lot of times as I build more fatigue through week to week within these blocks, I kind of get the same amount of work out of the same weight because I'm coming in a little bit more fatigued. So I'm gonna have to push a little bit harder to use the same amount of weight. So a lot of my accessories are gonna jump from block to block, not week to week. But we're gonna do a couple sets of like lat pull down. Again, we're gonna use the straps. I don't really care what any of y'all say. I think this is the best way to do back work. I think it's the best way to directly target your back. Let's take our grip out of the equation, and then our back can fully take over, and we don't have to worry about grip. And if we want to worry about grip, then we need to do very direct grip training. I don't feel like doing a lat pull down is adequate for grip training. So I feel like there's other ways that we can get around it, that we can do a bunch of different things. I don't even need to list them, but if you're not doing direct forearm work and grip work, then I don't know. I think you maybe don't care as much about your grip as you think you do. Because if you feel the need to only do back work to get grip training, then I don't think you really care about your grip. I don't know, whatever. That's a tangent for another video, but we're gonna do this. I ain't gonna lie to you. The slower movement, it really helps me feel a lot better in my lats directly. And yeah, I don't know. This just really beats me up like it's supposed to. So, and then we did 2 sets of this. I think I only included 1, but we're just gonna do some face pulls, superset it with some just some curls, some cable curls, just to keep some mass in my arms going into the meet. But that's pretty much all I got for today's video. I'm gonna let it play out. The video will just kind of cut off. It's our outro around here. That's pretty much all I got. If you're new to the channel, you can watch more of my videos. I post this 4 times a week. If you like the video, please like the video, subscribe to my channel. Helps me grow a ton. But that's all I got. Let's just let the video kind of roll out.